Good morning, everybody. I am Jim O'Sullivan with SCORE, your partner for life in starting, running, and growing your business. Today, it's SCORE's honor to co-sponsor with several universities in the Houston area a panel discussion on veteran opportunities in higher education. And before I turn this over to Kevin Doffing, I just wanted to say one of the special announcements we make all the time at SCORE is disaster preparedness, and hurricane season is soon upon us. And this is said to be a big season, 17 hurricanes or 17 named storms. And for those who are not number oriented, but word oriented, look out for the word rose. That's the 17th storm. So with that, I will turn it over to you, Kevin.
Thank you. We really appreciate everybody coming in today. Supporting the military community and veteran community here in Houston is a really big part of my life and my passion, as well as everyone else that's here on the panel with us today. With that in mind, this is part of the Veteran Entrepreneurship Program. And I'd like to get Dr. Patrick Wook to say a few words. Dr. Wook is over at the McNair Center for the University of St. Thomas, an entrepreneur center that's sponsored by the McNair family. Dr. Wook, could you tell us a little bit about the program?
Kevin, thank you very much for that nice introduction. Our program specifically focuses on helping the University of St. Thomas students and our alumni reach their entrepreneurial dreams. And in particular, we're very excited to help our veterans. We've been very focused over the last couple of years, really expanding our veteran population and really encouraging them and giving them the tools to succeed, and hopefully putting those things in front of them, giving those opportunities like we do today, getting them the education that they need to achieve as well. One thing I do want to point out, Kevin and Jim, we have another event later on after today's panel regarding the entrepreneurial resources. And that's a part of the phase 3 program, covering the resources like yourself, the SBDC, great resource, one of the best resources there is out there. Jim at SCORE, Mentors Deluxe, I can never say more about them. And other resources that are in the community to help our veterans achieve their entrepreneurial dreams. And one last thing I wanted to say, Kevin, is we're going to be having our pitch contest, which will be open to all veterans. We want to get a very large field, so that's opening up May 1st. And look out on the HCC website. We'll be posting that. We'll be distributing that through all of our partners. We're getting it out to get the word out. We'll be open for about 1 month. So we'll be taking applications for a month. And then around June, I believe it's June 11th, we'll have the competition. And we're giving away $10,000 this year, Kevin, not too bad. So you can start your business, get it going. I wish someone gave me $10,000 to start my business. I usually had like $5 in a Buick. But I think, we can give you a little bit more than that. But we're very excited, very happy to support our veterans out there. We're very happy to put together a program. We've got great people today. We've got Ryan here, and Jay is going to tell you about the program at the University of St. Thomas. And I really appreciate the time, Kevin. This is, really to be a part of this is amazing. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Yeah, no, hey, can we talk a little bit about the sponsors, Patrick, real quick?
In regard to, we have a fair amount of people who've been a part of our community in bringing this together. In particular, we've had the SBDC and SCORE. The city of Houston has been a big part of pushing this and making this happen. Clearly, we've had our universities who've contributed. HCC has been a part of that. University of St. Thomas has been part of the early stages of this development. I'd like to shout out, even though they're not here today, they were a part of the phase 1 program. Microsoft, who is a great contributor and continued to be a great contributor into the veterans groups. Combined Arms, which we were talking a little about earlier, they're also a part. And if I've missed someone, but that's the vast majority. We have, in the end, we have a lot of veterans who have not only been a part of organizations, but individually have contributed to making this happen, such as like David and of course Ravi, who've been there from the beginning to make this happen, this program actually come to fruition.
No, thank you, Patrick. I really appreciate that. We couldn't do any of this without our great sponsors. A little background on myself. I do represent one of the sponsors here. I'm the Veteran Business Advisor for the Small Business Development Center. I'll also be talking about Rice University today. One of our speakers kind of fell through, but I'm familiar with their programs to an extent. But my background is I'm a small business owner, now independent consultant. I've run multiple nonprofits here in town on the veteran side, from the Lone Star Veterans Association to Combined Arms, helped launch the Bunker Labs chapter of Houston and start the Veterans and Residents program, Veteran Accelerator downtown at WeWork. So really happy to see all this momentum really taking shape. And, you know, Ravi had this vision of a veteran entrepreneur group. I think that was the genesis. And then, you know, Patrick getting involved really kind of cemented things. But, you know, having a higher education piece of this program is really critical, because you don't know when you need that higher ed level to step up what you're trying to do with your business, or you might just find that business isn't right for you right now, and you want to get these educational opportunities under your belt as you go forward to expand the opportunities that you have. So with that being said, I'd like to introduce our panelists. I'll introduce them, and then if they wouldn't mind, go ahead, just wait. We'll introduce everybody, and then we'll turn it back over. We'll do some overviews with every university, and then we'll open up for questions and answers. So as we go through this, if you notice, there's both a chat box and a Q&A box at the bottom of your screen, in your Zoom screen. The Q&A is where I would like for you to put your questions. At the same time, as we're doing this, please tell us a quick sentence about you that you're attending here today, so we can know a little bit about you, and we can maybe tailor things a little bit more in the chat. So again, use the chat for your intro. You can make comments on the conversations that are going on, but as you have questions that you want the speakers, either while they're speaking or at the end of this program, to address, please place them in the Q&A box, okay? So we're gonna start with Vicki Johnson. So I'm gonna have to turn a little bit to the side because my notes are on a different screen. Vicki's the Executive Director of Veteran Services for the Office of External Employer Relations at Lone Star College. Lone Star College includes 7 campuses, 6 centers, 8 workforce centers of excellence, 2 university centers, and a system office in the Woodlands and University Park. That's a lot, and they do a lot. They're the fastest growing college system in the US, and they've got enrollments of almost 100,000. The opportunities that they have, the background that Vicki brings to this role is dynamic, it's unique. We couldn't be more happy to have her here. So without further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Vicki Johnson with Lone Star College.
Hello, everyone. Just wanted to say hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I did just say that. It may sound like I was turning it over to you. I am perhaps the worst moderator that just backtracks on everything that I say. So
I was trying to follow you, but
you know, I get on a roll, and we're just going to make this a little bit more conversational, everybody. So just don't worry. So we have Jay Hernandez from the University of St. Thomas. He's the Assistant Director of Veteran Services. He's a U.S. Army veteran. He has a BS in psychology, and I'm sorry, I have the BS in psychology, which is funny. He has a BS in geology from the University of Clear Lake, an MS in plant soil from the University of Texas Tech, and 8 years of veteran services and higher education experience across multiple universities here in town. Jay, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you so much. It's great being here. And even though my education is miles away from higher education or veteran services, I hope that just proves that how much I love doing what I do and helping veterans out. And, you know, I'm glad to be here. So thank you.
Thanks, Jay. Olga, I have some, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not, we had joked that I would just make something up about Olga, but I'll allow her to introduce herself this morning.
Thank you. Yes, my name is Olga Schultz. I work with Houston Community College. I am a certifying official at the university, and I'm also the SVA advisor for our college. Really excited about this, really happy to be here, and thank you for the intro.
Awesome, thank you so much. And Selena, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Selena Dugas. I am the Director of Veteran Services at the University of Houston main campus. I'm an Army veteran, and I've been at the University of Houston for about 7 years. prior to coming to the University of Houston, I worked as a clinical social worker for the VA and for the Department of the Air Force. Thank you for having me. I look forward to your questions.
Awesome, thank you. All right. Now, as we go through this, I'd like to remind everybody that to just, again, type your questions into the Q&A, and we'll go in the order that we introduced everybody. So, Vicki, if you'd like to share your screen, if we don't have any bandwidth issues, or you can just kind of read through it, we'll just kind of get started that way.
Okay, super fantastic. I'm working to remain within my allotted time.
Nobody ever goes over time in a panel discussion on Zoom.
The pressure. Okay. Hi, everyone. Again, my name is Vicki Johnson, and I am the Executive Director of Veteran Services at Lone Star College. I'm excited to be here today. Overall, to provide a quick overview of programs offered at Lone Star College. As mentioned, I work for Lone Star College. I've been at Lone Star for 13 years in various roles, such as Director of Financial Aid, System Director of Financial Aid, and 2 different roles in Veteran Services. And now I am the Executive Director of Veteran Services. So I'll go on from there. And what we like to do when we give presentations or talk on panels is give an overview of the college. And I'd like to begin with an overview of our administrative structure. Lone Star College overall focuses on student and veteran commitment. Our current chancellor, Dr. Head, was selected as the 4th chancellor in 2014 and has a 37-year history at Lone Star College. His focus is on student access, equality, success, completion, academic equality, workforce programs, and alignment with community needs. His values include operating the college on a sound, fiscal, conservative model with emphasis on transparency, ethical behavior, and a culture of high expectations and achievements. He serves on the Greater Houston Partnership Board, American Association of Community Colleges, and Economic Development Partnership. Just as a little backdrop here, I was hired by Dr. Head at one of our campuses, North Harris, and now I actually work for his wife, Mrs. Head. So I always make a joke that I have the best of both worlds at Lone Star College because I've worked for Dr. Head and Mrs. Head. So now I'd like to go on to our campus presidents. As we mentioned, we have 7 campus presidents, or 7 campuses and centers as well. But our 7 campus presidents are Dr. at Lone Star College Sci-Fair, Dr. Wright at Houston North, Mario Castillo, who is the interim president at our Kingwood campus, and he wears several hats within the college, and he's also the COO and general counsel. Dr. Riley is at our Montgomery campus, Dr. Blanson is at our Lone Star College North Harris, Dr. Nutt is at our Tomball, and Dr. Artelon is at our University Park location. So where are we located, or what can we say about Lone Star College? Currently, as mentioned, we are we're the largest and fastest growing community college in the US. We have over 6,900 employees, and we have 87,000 students either on credit or, credit students and non-credit students, with a total enrollment of 93,000 total. So here's the region of where we're actually located, where it shows that we have 7 campuses, 6 centers, 8 workforce centers of excellence, 2 university centers, and our system office centers, our system office locations, which is actually in the Woodlands and in our University Park location. Okay, who are we? And what associate degrees do we offer? Currently, we offer associate's degrees, certificates at Lone Star College, Associate of Arts, Associate of Science, Associate of Arts and Teaching, Associate of Applied Science, Level 1 and Level 2 certificates, and Fast Track certificates. And as you can see, in the year 2000, in our academic year 2019-2020, the numbers to the right of each degree identifies the number awarded for that fiscal year. Now, what's interesting about Lone Star College as well, we offer bachelor's degrees as of fall of 2019. We offer a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, a Bachelor of Science of Applied Science, Energy, Manufacturing, and Trades Management, a Bachelor of Applied Technology, Cybersecurity, and the number adjacent to each of those are the number of students that we have enrolled in the programs for this spring semester. All right, now I want to go over all of the programs. We offer a lot of programs at our school. We offer degrees, certificates, and licensing, but I wanted to focus on programs that are considered our top or high demand programs in our metropolitan statistical area. So with that being said, we'll start off with our business and professional services degree. Now, with that being stated, the slide will show you the programs that are offered in each area of study under those fields of study. For example, accounting has 6 program options. So if you move into the area of business and professional services, business is the way of the world. The business administration program prepares a diverse group of students to succeed as the future managers and leaders within our local communities. The program supports students' needs to acquire skills that will allow them to establish a career and become more productive in their current organizations. We're particularly committed to helping students become professionals who are capable of thinking critically, working in teams, utilizing technology, performing research, making decisions, and communicating ideas effectively in a global economy. The program offers 3 specific areas of concentration, which are business management, human resources, marketing, and marketing falls under this umbrella. We offer certificate and degree programs in accounting and administrative services as well. Okay, and our second, I call them high demand, or we call them high demand programs, is our computer digital technology. Training in the field of community and digital technology is a fast-paced world of change and invention. These programs will prepare you for a range of careers in the computer industry, such as network, GIS technician programmer, developer, analyst, a project manager in areas such as application development, cybersecurity, networking, and programming. Overall, we have 7 programs that range from AAS, certificates, and awards. And last but not least, as far as our high demand programs, we have healthcare and emergency services. And this is ever growing, considering we're definitely in a pandemic right now. Programs in this field of study prepare you for careers to help people or animals get the medical care they need, either through direct services or research and technical skills. We offer degrees, certificates, and awards in nursing, occupational therapy, health technology, dental, EMT, health information technology, biotechnology, medical assistance, respiratory care therapists, surgical technology, veterinarian technology program, and pharmacy management program. You can earn a bachelor's, associate, and certificates in the healthcare field of study. Okay. And just to give you guys just a quick overview, we also offer other areas such as our HVAC, industrial electronics, land surveying, mapping technology, logistics, manufacturing, oil and gas drilling, our new pilot program, our truck driving or CDL, welding, and our inspection. Now that I've given you an overview of the programs that we currently offer to students, I want to focus in on some of the resources that we've established for our veterans and military affiliated students. So what we've done, we've partnered with Combined Arms to offer resources to our veterans and military affiliated students. And as you guys know, Combined Arms is a dynamic, ever-evolving, collaborative impact organization that is using an innovative approach to technology and service delivery to disrupt the veteran transition experience by providing a comprehensive support to military members and their families as they transition to civilian life. We are accelerating, okay, no, I'm so sorry. We are, I'm sorry, so they actually have, they're focused on nonprofit organizations committed to serving. They have over 90 best-in-class organizations that provide 500 resources that empower veterans to lead the successful civilian lives they want. making community stronger than ever. Combined Arms offers you as a veteran student the ability to get additional resources and support. And services, we keep saying resources, so I want to focus in and let you know the services include wellness, educational resources, legal, and just to name a few. Okay. And here's a little bit more. We have and I'll drop these in the chat if necessary. We have an actual outreach person that we deal specifically with our College Credit for Heroes, our Combined Arms area. All right, and now another resource that we offer is our College Credit for Heroes program. Our college has partnered with the Texas Workforce Commission to offer assistance on the College Credit for Heroes. The College Credit for Heroes program seeks to maximize credit awarded to veterans and service members on their military experience or training in order to expedite their transition into the Texas workforce. The program's goal is to eliminate obstacles to obtaining degrees and certificates awarded at state and national levels so that veterans transition more quickly from the college classrooms to the workforce. Lone Star College recognizes that vast knowledge and skills of the diverse student population through what we call our prior learning. So through the College Credit for Heroes, we offer prior learning experience. And basically it is college credit for experience or training that you've obtained in the military. And a learning assessment for military corporate training, industrial license and professional certification, testing and exams, work education and experience, non-regional accredited colleges and universities, CE and high school articulations. Course of college credit is awarded when content masters through an experience and are comparable to student learning outcomes at Lone Star College. So basically, again, what we do, and it's a continuous process that we do when we go through the prior learning assessment. So if you have particular training, you would come in, provide your transcripts, and we would assess that to evaluate the training or experience for prior learning. Okay. The next resource that we provide at the college is our Vet Success on Campus. This resource is actually provided by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs. Some of you may or may not be familiar with the Vet Success on Campus program, but the Vet Success on Campus program, the overall goal is to help veterans, service members, and their qualified dependents succeed, thrive through a coordinated delivery of on-campus benefits, assistance, and counseling, leading to completion of their education and preparing them to enter the labor market in viable careers. Our Vet Success on Campus can provide detailed information on referrals about VA benefits, which go far beyond the reach of what we have at the institution, and that's all benefits. They will also assist with applying for Chapter 31 and 36 programs. They have the ability to search the VA database to determine the time frame, eligibility, and benefits available. They assist with filing applications for VA benefits, and they work with VA advisors and Lone Star College faculty to verify benefits and refer students. So that's another resource that we offer at the college for our veterans and military affiliated students.
Hey, Vicki, real quick, we're coming up on time. Do you want to have any final statements on Lone Star College?
Absolutely. So as we close out, we offer scholarships as well. And I want to let everyone know that we are definitely available to you through our contact information here. And we'll also drop our information in the chat if necessary, and just follow up with the next steps. Review Lone Star College programs of study, talk with a veteran advisor, register, and visit Veteran Services at lonestar.edu/veterans.htm. Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you, Vicki. Real quick, did Ryan pop back in here?
No, I don't see that he did.
Okay, I don't see him either. So Ryan was one of our sponsors. I apologize. That's on me. He can not write me that check. He was going to, I'm sure. And I'll fall on that sword. So that was my mistake. Ryan's one of our sponsors for the event. So he'll be coming back in later. He had to step out for a different event. We'll take a break and get him when he comes back in. Real quick, I do want to answer a couple of the questions. I typed responses in. Ian asked, I'm interested in the Bunker Labs opportunities. If I'm needing a lab for a startup company, does Bunker Labs provide a space for startups to operate, or is it strictly R&D like other incubator labs in Houston? So the Bunker Labs lab isn't really a lab. It really wasn't even a lab when they found it in Chicago 4 or 5 years ago. So what we do with that program is basically you get 6 months of free access to WeWork, a desk at the downtown Houston location. You get plugged in with a cohort or a little tribe of 10 total, 9 other military spouse and veteran entrepreneurs that are at different stages of their business. And you meet weekly to kind of review, go over these things. And then WeWork and Bunker Labs are constantly trying to provide you resources, get you promotion. There's a big pitch book that we do for all the, I think it's up to 15 cohorts that are currently running. So that's 150 veteran startups that are, in one lookbook. So it's really great to have that. But you're not going to have benchtop space like you would at like the Tech Bridge or at TMCX or Greentown Labs. And then the second question was, what would be the best program if a vet wants to specialize in biotechnology and astrobiology? First of all, I don't understand what those words mean. I was in the infantry. I need you to get down to like 2 syllables and then repeat them often. So that being said, you're probably going to be off best with TMCX. On the biotech side, you're going to want a wet lab, and that would go back to the U of H Tech Bridge. Greentown Labs be an interesting place to look at some of this stuff, but they're not going to have a wet lab or a chem lab like they do in Boston. And if you don't know what Greentown Labs is, it's the country's largest clean tech accelerator. They just had a grand opening on Thursday. I'll be there when my clients have space there. It's really cool. But TMCX is the best place to go for that. And so, Ian, if you want, just reach out to me and I can put you in touch with people who do that kind of stuff. There's actually, I don't know on the astrobiology side, but there's actually a space startup run by a vet, Guy LaCour, that's in Houston here. So plenty of really great opportunities. My meandering talking did not allow time for Ryan to come in. So with that being said, we're going to go to Jay Hernandez, who has a lot more experience in the space than he's giving himself credit for. And he's going to tell us about the University of St. Thomas. Jay?
Thank you, Kevin. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. As Kevin mentioned earlier, I am a 12-year Army veteran. I've been in higher education for 8 years of veteran services specifically. And along with my boss, Ms. Tricia Ruiz, who couldn't be on the call today, collectively, we have about 19 years of higher education experience, specifically in veteran services. And, I want to talk to you a little bit about UST. And, the Veteran Success Center serves as that, dedicated intermediary for each military connected student through recognizing, developing, and providing those services tailored to the unique needs of our military students. And as fellow veterans ourselves, we are committed to exceeding a high level of excellence and holistic support to empower our veterans. And, I like to use that word empower because, I want everyone to take charge of their education and really understand what they're doing. And, in support of University of St. Thomas' mission, we serve as that leader by providing those intentional services. And again, empowering the military connected student for access. And what I mean by access is, when I went to the GI Bill, both Tricia and I are products of the GI Bill. We didn't know GI Bill would pay for private institutions. We didn't know about the Yellow Ribbon program. And, we thought we would have to come out of pocket. So that's, a small thing that I want to talk about today. But, just in, St. Thomas, we have a very, very small center. We actually have a building dedicated specifically for veteran services. And within that building, you get the education benefit counseling from either me or Tricia. you get that enrollment certification, and we do track those fiduciary funds that come in from the VA. We do active duty tuition assistance. We do that intrusive advising, like I said, to empower you to understand your degree and take charge of it. And with our mandatory orientations, we really want to set you up for success along the way. At UST, I have to go back to 2019 because 2020 was kind of an off year for all of us because of the pandemic. But we do the specific events for veterans, such as free lawyer consultations and free financial literacy courses by industry leaders. And the last one we had, everyone left with a free iPad, except me. For some reason, they didn't have any for me. But we do those VA home. We bring those resources. We bring Combined Arms. Yesterday we just had a pretty big event at UST from Combined Arms. It was a higher education event, and we will be holding another one probably at UST in June timeframe. So please be on the lookout for that. But some of the programs that we do offer outside of your BA, we're upper division school, so it's primarily going to be your bachelor's and your master's degrees up to your doctorate levels. But in accounting and general business, we also do finance, where we combine those BBAs, transition it into the MBA. So it's really a 5-year program that you're doing. And I'm not going to go through all the degrees. I'm going to put all of my information, our contact information, into the chat box now. So please copy that and reach out to us. We have a text feature, we have a chat feature. You can set up virtual appointments between you and I, so you can ask those questions, get those real-time answers from Cheshire or myself. And we're a small institution, so we have the smallest school certifying official to veteran student ratio in the state. So you're going to be speaking with one of us up to your point of recruitment, all the way through graduation, all the way to your employment. And even then, we're going to reach out to you as an alumni to be able to come back and talk to some of our new students coming in. And we really feel like that bridge, getting alumni to speak to our incoming students really does bridge that gap to, give you realistic expectations of what your degree is going to do for you, what you can do to supplement that degree. As much as I like to think I'm subject matter expert in all these degrees, I'm not, and that's why we want to connect you with our alumni that's already in industry, already doing these things. And it's all that is what most of these institutions on today do. Before our attendees got on, I was saying that regardless of what institution you go to, regardless of what's the best fit for you, we want to give you that information, and we want to just educate you so you can make the best decision for you and your family members. I don't like to be jealous of other schools, and ultimately we're in this to help you out. So as you come up with questions, or if you have any questions about your degrees and what it can do for you, please reach out to us. Just like the military, there's no such thing as a stupid question, except the one you don't ask. And between all of us on the panel today, there's a wealth of information that we're here to help you out. And like I said, tap into this wealth of information while you have us. I'm not going to go into any of the programs. I will say, one last thing: we are a yellow ribbon institution, which means, you might see that big price tag on our tuition and fees, but unless you are going to the School of Nursing, we're going to cover all of that for you. There's unlimited spots for unlimited students for the yellow ribbon program. I know we're not talking about nursing, but I just want to throw that out there if we watch this later and someone says, what about this program? But, our School of Nursing is the only one that isn't approved for yellow ribbon. But all these other degrees are yellow ribbon approved. We don't have any specific number of slots or any limited funding for those. So if you do decide to join us at UST, and we'll talk later about that as well, you are going to be fully funded with your GI Bill. But I don't want to take up too much time. That's pretty much all I want to say. Kevin, thank you so much. And I look forward to all of your questions, if any, here in the future.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay. And Jay, you bring up a great question. We have a lot of educational resources in town, and you just got to find the place that's right for you. I mean, whether it's Rice, University of St. Thomas, HCC, U of H, HBU, I mean, University of Clear Lake, I mean, like on and on, Lone Star College, there's so many opportunities in town. You've got to find what's best for you. And I think to Jay's point, everybody here is wanting to see you succeed. So, you know, there's no excuse for failure. And the thing you always have to realize, that I always talk to the veteran businesses that I advise, is because you're a veteran business or a veteran student, the bar doesn't go down, it goes up. But just realize we're here to help you get over that higher bar. So, you know, and the expectation is you're going to help those that come behind you, right? There's a reason that we all served and we served together. So that being said, I'd like to also mention that I think I may have misread Ian's previous question on the best program for vets that want to specialize in biotechnology and astrobiology. I was kind of running down he wants desk space to, I assume, make an alien in the lab. He may have just been asking, hey, dumb infantry guy, who has these programs that are really interesting to me? So Ian, I apologize for misreading that. And real quick, if there's somebody on the panel that has biotechnology and astrobiology as a program function, please feel free to chime in. I'm going to guess Rice does. I'm just going to say, like, you know, if not a program, there's some kid making an alien in a benchtop somewhere. So Ian, I feel like we've got a place for you here in town. I will follow up with you and make sure we figure out how you're going to build this alien. And if it's not building an alien, I'm deeply disappointed. All right. Now, then, Olga, I want to go over to you and let's hear about HCC.
Okay, great. Just heads up, I seem to be having some brownouts in my house. Don't know what that's all about. That's why you'll see Capri Thomas's name on there, just in case I lose my connection again. I have her on my phone, so I can do, I'll still be me, but it'll just have a different name in case I lose y'all. In short, we offer pretty much anything you need. So if you are looking for an associate's, if you're looking for a certificate level, or just some certifications to do certain jobs, could be truck driving, could be nursing, could be pretty much. In fact, you said something about the stars. I looked it up. We have an astronomy. It's one of those things. And and I know that Robbie is constantly doing things with the technology world. So there's a plethora of resources at HCC, I'm sure, as well as the other universities, that you're more than welcome to tap into. And we'll also get our name out there if you need us. There we are. I also wanted to mention that, of course, we have, I believe, 26 campuses. We are very veteran friendly. In fact, we just recently won, or were nominated. No, we won the 21-22 what's it called? Let's see, mentoring. Sorry, I'm getting some information here because it took me a second to get it all up after I lost everything just a second ago. The Military Affiliated School of the Year for 2021.
Hey, Olga, real quick, I think your phone is playing on loop and echoing you. You might just turn the volume down on it.
Okay, let me see if I can do that. Maybe I'll throw it out. Give me a second.
No worries. You know, the
any?
fun times of 2020 and 2021. That's perfect. Thank you. I apologize for interrupting you.
No, I'm so sorry. Again, I was trying to keep it just in case I lost y'all again, because this is like the third time I've been trying to log back on. But yeah, so very briefly, and I'm so sorry. We have a lot of information to offer, and I know we don't have a lot of time. Everybody wants their share. But basically, whatever you need, we're here for you. We offer one-on-one mentoring. We are starting up and kicking off a mentoring program here in the summer. We have tons of resources to offer veterans. We come from a very tight military affiliated community. Also, like I said, I was part of I'm the advisor for the SVA. So we do try to work very closely with our Student Veterans of America and our other organizations. Going to talk to U of H later because we're trying to hook up and see what we can do together as an organization. I don't want to overwhelm because it is a lot, but anything you guys need, we have advisors that are on hand. We do the education, we do the reading. Our advisors are trained to take the academic, what's it called, the JSTs from the students, from the veterans, and they read them. They help place them in better, a better understanding of what they've done so that they can be placed better in classes and not have to repeat a lot of things that they've already qualified for. So there's a lot of hands-on and very individual work that we do at HCC. So please, any questions that you have specifically, let us know. We are all ready to help you. We, like the other universities, we have the chat, we have the Zoom. We're available till 6 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday. So please let us know. I'm going to keep it short.
No, thank you. I really appreciate that. And again, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the Q&A. I am relieved to see that Ian is not making an alien, so we are all safe here. But we'll make sure to get him in touch with the kids over at Rice and the folks on that team. Remember, everybody's dropping their contact information in the chat. Feel free to drop that in as well. Whether you're a student looking to connect, you can message these folks independently here. If you are seeing contact information and you really like one of these schools and you want to follow up, we'll have a recording of this, but just realize that you're not going to be able to access the chat later. So make sure you're copying and pasting it. You're opening up an email in a different browser. You're doing something in there to really make sure that you have the ability to action something off of this panel, which is really what we want. We want somebody to end up taking classes, getting them engaged, getting involved, getting educated on getting your education. So we want to be a resource for you. Let's make the most of this time. So next up, we're going to talk to Selena Dugas over at the University of Houston. Selena?
Good morning. I'm going to share my screen. I did have some slides. I'll just go through. I'm going to really focus on veteran services. We are a very large institution. So if you do decide to reach out to our university, I would love for you to start in our office. I think it makes it a little less overwhelming. So if you need information, I'll talk about our office specifically. And I have also dropped my contact information into the chat room, and we'd be happy to help you figure things out if UH might be something that you are looking at. So again, we're at University of Houston main campus. Our mission, we're a little bit different than a lot of places because we are such a large campus. Our center, our Veteran Center, is really focused on offering support. So we do not certify your paperwork. We're not working with the VA. We're not getting audited. We really are just providing support and advocacy and wanting to make sure that when veterans come into our university, that they're successful in meeting all their goals, whether that's academic goals and obtaining a degree, personal goals, career goals. Our office really just focuses on making sure that you're successful. Our vision is like every other vision. We want to be the best. We want to be a benchmark institute. We want to be a leader in veteran support and advocacy. And we want to make sure that we're graduating veterans. We do that with a professional staff of, we have 2 program coordinators in our office. We have an office coordinator, and just like Lone Star, we also have a veteran success on campus counselor that can help with voc rehab, VA issues. He is a liaison on our campus to help you deal with the VA. He's on our campus full time. We have quite a few VA peer counselors. We too have a very active student veterans of America, and we try to complete our mission by using or utilizing and partnering with our numerous partners on campus and in the community. So again, our strategic initiatives, what we look to do every day is student success really is number one. Graduating students, making sure that you're completing your courses, you're doing that with your GI Bill or whatever benefit you have available to you. We want to make sure that our staff is happy and helpful. And, you know, like every other institution, we want to make sure that we're utilizing our resources, whether those are on campus or off campus. And so we do that every day. That's what we focus on. We have a center, just like every other institution. We have a very active center. We're located in a fairly new building in the student center. And this is kind of a picture of our center. I just put this slide in. This comes from us nationally, and it really is just kind of focusing on student veterans and why they're such a valuable asset to higher ed. You know, obviously students come to us with benefits, and so we really focus on making sure that you're utilizing those, you're maximizing those benefits. And we know that when you come to our campus that you're bringing so many wonderful assets to our campus. So we want veterans. Typically they perform equal to or better than their other students in the classroom. They've got some excellent post-education outcomes. They're diverse. They have experiences that a lot of other students have. So we really want veterans on our campus. So looking at UH, if you're thinking like, okay, are they military friendly? Are there going to be a lot of veterans on campus? This is just kind of a look at what we've looked like every fall for the last few years. We have just under 3,000 military affiliated students. You can see the GPAs, they're right up there. And so they continue to grow. And that's really our focus, is making sure that we have resources for you to be successful. And as you look at our numbers, you can see that we have a lot of dependents. In fact, we have more dependents than we have student veterans. And that just, I think, is a trend that we're going to continue to see grow. So a lot of parents handing down the GI Bill and Hazelwood legacy. So we're also going to focus on making sure that they're successful as well. You know, I have this slide here just to kind of show you, like, are we busy in our office? This pretty much just shows kind of how many veterans are coming into our center on a regular basis annually. And we're a pretty busy center. We use our center, and I can kind of show you some of the things that we offer. We have our own computer lab. So there's computer labs located all over campus, but Veteran Services has one specific to our population. We provide free printing services. We have a study area, meeting space, a lounge, a kitchen. We have lockers for our students. So we want to make sure that when you come to our center that you're comfortable and that you have everything that you need on campus. And while you will utilize spaces in your colleges, you know, you always have a home space to come back to. This is just sort of to kind of explain how we organize our programming. We have a lot of programming, and what we use, we kind of base that on some transition theory. And so we focus on veterans moving in through college and all of our events that help you transition from whether you're coming active duty, or maybe you've been sitting around and you haven't been using your benefits and now you want to start using your benefits. We have a lot of programs to sort of make sure that that transition is easy and welcoming, and you understand, you know, what is available to you. And so that having a smooth transition, making sure that from the moment you walk onto our campus, that you feel welcomed and you have all the information you need. Then moving through, those are our programs that kind of focus on keeping you in class. So we're looking at everything. We look at the veteran holistically, everything from your mental health to your finances to, you know, how you're interacting on campus, and making sure that we have people who understand you and get you and can provide you, that comfort level, and just to make sure that you're successful. And then we move on to moving out, and that's everything that we do to make sure that you are transitioning out of college and into the corporate setting, or entrepreneurship, or whatever you're planning on doing, that you have the resources to do that. Just some special trainings that we do and programs that we do. This is important to us because we want to make sure that when you're on campus, that staff and faculty are military and veteran cultural competent. A lot of places don't have that. And so we spend extra time making sure that they have the knowledge that they need to serve you when you're in the classroom. Again, a lot of programming. This just kind of shows just a lot of programming that's meant to support you throughout your time at UH. Again, more special programming. One of the things that we're really proud of is focusing on developing strong leaders. A lot of our programming in our office is really student-led. So we typically have about 20 to 25 student workers that work on campus. They are leaders in the community. They are leaders on campus. And so anything that we can do to make them, to put them up front and to make sure that they're getting the education and experiences that they need. We take them to conferences. They present nationally. They, have all been very, very successful. So we're really proud of our students.
Hey, Selena, can you go ahead and give us some of your thoughts, just kind of wrap up?
Yes.
Thoughts?
Yep. So that's all I have. If anybody has any questions, then just let me know.
That was perfect.
I was there.
You were. Hey, so thank you so much. I'm gonna switch or remove the spotlight if I can figure that out. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I really want to thank everybody for coming out. Not right now, sweetie. So I'll talk a little bit about Rice University. Actually, right now, Rice University has their veteran business plan competition called the Vet Biz Battle ongoing. It's a really great program. I was a judge in the program yesterday. We had, I think, about 80 companies apply, 16 semifinalists and 5 finalists today that were going. The finalists were really all potential unicorn companies. They were a multilingual text translating company called Native that you can actually download on your phone right now. So if you're texting with friends overseas about your favorite football team, as they call it over there, it will be real-time text, and you could even have somebody else on the other side of the other ocean that speaks a completely different language, all 3 people in one group chat, all getting real-time translations. So, no, I'm not done, sweetie. Sorry, my daughter snuck in on me. And so, Rice University, typically you don't see many veterans in their undergrad programs. But what you see a high concentration is in their MBA programs and their public policy. Rice University has one of the best veterans groups in town through their business group, the Veterans and Business Association, or VEBA, and that's comprised of MBA students. So it's actually the MBA students that are getting and putting together the entire veteran business plan competition. So it's a phenomenal university. It's a private university. They have one of the biggest endowments in the world, after like Harvard and some other private universities. So, tuition is not always a big problem. I'm personally applying for an executive MBA there. And because of my GI Bill, their yellow ribbon, like Jay was talking about, it will cover everything else. So I can, what otherwise would cost $120,000, I'm going to get for free, and my BAH. So, getting paid to go do that's not a bad deal. So if you're looking at for more advanced degrees, even your undergrad, I think Rice is a really great place for it. It's a nationally recognized player in a lot of the hard sciences, not really a liberal arts school. It's not accessible to everybody. But again, to what we talked about with Jay, find the university that fits what you're trying to do and what makes you comfortable and where you're going to succeed. And I think that Rice plays a part in that. They're not the end all be all for everybody, but I would say that's for every university. I think that I've been through programs in my entrepreneur journey through HCC with their Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. That's amazing. I've The Small Business Development Center is actually operated underneath the University of Houston. I know that Lone Star College, one thing I've been looking at over there is that they have training classes for solar technicians. So I mean, like, all these universities have all these different things. You just got to talk to the people that are here, learn more about what's available, and just take your time and kind of know what the timelines are, when you need to apply, and get in there and get those resources that are right for you at the right time with the right university. So that being said, again, if you have any questions, drop them in the Q&A section. I saw that Joseph had made a note about, is there anything for folks willing to go into agriculture? Does anybody want to chime in here from our panel on that? I'm looking.
I think with here in Houston, it's going to be tough to find some programs specifically for agriculture. I mean, I know I can speak on Texas Tech. They have a huge agriculture program, Texas A&M's, but something here inner city, I don't think it's as much of a, I don't want to say need, but a interest, even though we do have interest, someone asking, actively asking right now. And I think I did want to address, and I think everybody else on the panel can help me out on this one, about the, I think Joseph was asking about, let me scroll back up, about being forced into the Montgomery GI Bill. There would be some questions I would have for you, Joseph, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. The reason being is depending on what school you go to, and if you are a Texas resident and you are Hazelwood eligible, you can use that Montgomery GI Bill and the Hazelwood Act at the same time, so you're not coming out of pocket. Also, once you use that 36 months of benefits on your Montgomery GI Bill and Hazelwood Act, you can switch over to the post 9/11 to maximize your 48-month benefit. So depending on what institution you go to and how you utilize your benefits. Unfortunately, UST isn't a Hazelwood school. You can use Hazelwood at any state school. So U of H, Lone Star, HCC, UH Clear Lake. You can use your Hazelwood there, but so I just wanted to say that's not necessarily a bad thing that you're on Montgomery. So if you have any other questions about that, and then please, anybody else on the panel, if you wanted to chime in or kind of help me out with that, please do so.
I agree with you. I believe that is the best way to go about it, is to use up with along conjunction with your Hazelwood if he qualifies for Hazelwood, and then switch over, because they are phasing out the Montgomery GI Bill. So it's better to try and get as much as you can out of it, so that you can then move over to 33, the post 9/11. But yes, definitely in conjunction, and we do also accept both together. So it's great information for all veterans.
Fantastic. Thank you both for that. Anybody else want to comment on that?
I'll just add it. I think I put a note in here. Hope Farms, nonprofit training veterans to be farmers in Houston, Texas. So might be someone you might want to reach out to. And I think I sent Joseph a message regarding voc rehab might be a good option for him. So reaching out to Lone Star or UH to talk to a veteran success on campus counselor to see how possibly voc rehab might be a good choice to apply for.
And if you're interested in getting involved, the Mission Continues is a nonprofit organization that's nationwide, but in Houston, they have 5 different service platoons. And these platoons are embedded into hard hit, underserved markets inside of our community. One, I think it's 3rd or 4th platoon, they're in the Sunnyside community, and they focus on helping urban gardens. So they work with local, leaders on the ground to find out, what do you need done? We don't just want to paint, park benches when that's not what you need. And in Sunnyside, they found that the residents were really interested in getting help with their urban gardening. And so that's a great way to also plug in, be part of the veteran community, typically doing events, community service events on the weekends. So that's another great place that you can plug in and learn a lot on the ground. And if you don't know how to get in touch with the Mission Continues, you can go to their website, or you can just go to Combined Arms. We were talking about it earlier. You know, when I was a Combined Arms, the way I would always describe it is it's the front door to Houston for the veterans community, right? You're going to walk in one door, but all options open up for you, right? It's a one-stop shop. It's the landing pad that's going to open up the city for you and all the opportunities here. So make sure if you don't have a profile there, you can go in, you fill out a few questions, it'll maybe take you a few minutes, tell them what you want, and then they'll connect you with service organizations. And now they time them and hold them accountable on getting in touch with you. So, you know, we're trying to reduce the errors and, you know, gaps between, hey, I called them and they never called me back kind of situations, or, well, so-and-so told me to go talk to them and they never got back with me. We're trying to get rid of that. So that's another great way to kind of get through that bottleneck. Battleground to breaking ground. I hadn't heard of that one. That's interesting.
You were saying that earlier about the Combined Arms, and you're right. That's something that we like to kind of endorse a lot as well, because it is the one-stop shop. And I was thinking about Joseph's case. He was saying that he was not necessarily Texas here, so he may not even have the opportunity to use the Hazelwood. But yeah, and then you know, HCC also has a vet success on campus, and so that might be another great resource, like Miss Celia said. Go to your vet success on campus and check it out and see if maybe he qualifies for 31 voc rehab. That would be another wonderful opportunity for him to continue his education. But the Combined Arms will definitely guide him in the right direction. If you are in a school and do join one of the SVAs, the SVA chapters are constantly offering scholarships as well for veterans. So that's another way to pay for your education. So yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that. And just real quick on the Small Business Development Center, I dropped a link in there. So I'm the veteran and business advisor over there. I used the Small Business Development Center when I was kind of getting my business started and coming up, and it's a wealth of resources. It's all free. If you want to do anything with government procurement, there's a sister agency called the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, and the PTAC, because we got to use acronyms, it's the military still. PTAC is really great. They will help you get your books organized, because if you do business with the government, you have to have certain accounting standards. They help you understand like how to get on GSA schedule, how to work through what used to be FedBiz Ops and now is just under the SAM portal for finding those opportunities. And remember that if you're a veteran-owned business that gets certified, it is opening a door, but it will never close a deal. You're gonna compete against fewer people, but you're still competing against folks for those contracts and things like that. So don't ever think that it's going to just be a box you check and then you can sit back and get your Mai Tais and not have to worry about anything. You still got to hustle, you still got to work, but it's going to try and be that step up to help you in there. So the Small Business Development Center, we offer free consulting, we offer free advisory work. We can get you connected to some really great reference tools. Like Reference USA is a really great tool if you're building a business and you're doing market research on competitors, customers. I have one customer that is a small manufacturing place that has 200 employees at this address. You can go in there and find 50 within a 10-mile radius, you know, or maybe there's only 5 and you're like, oh, that's not enough to build my business, but you can do all this kind of research. It's tremendous opportunities inside of there. Ian had a question. What programs are currently taking application for vet business development programs? I think I dropped in there that the Bunker Labs program it's open year round. The next cohort for the WeWork Veteran Residence Program won't be open until later this year. Patrick brought up that the business plan competition May 1st will be available through the University of St. Thomas. So I would definitely try to get in there. And so, Ian, even when you apply to these things, you know, sometimes the process of just going through and just sharpening your spear as you go through this is enough to really make a difference in your business, even if you don't get into the program, even if you don't pitch, even if you don't win. A lot of times the people who win these competitions aren't the most successful companies, but it's the process and the people you meet along the way. I do want to open that up to the other folks here. What are the other veteran business development programs that we maybe haven't talked enough about from your university? Jay, you got
You know,
anything?
So yeah, I was unmuted. I'm sorry, I apologize. Yeah, with that veteran entrepreneurship program, it's such a good deal, and I don't think you're too late. Ravi, I know, does have the schedule, and I'm kind of trying to dig up the schedule now, but with that, you know, at the end of it, oh, let me back up. There was a Microsoft portion of it that was free to veterans and their dependents. And you would gain so many Microsoft, I don't want to say certificates, there were points, and which, you know, eventually through stage 2 and stage 3, which, you know, I'm going to skip over stage 2 briefly, but stage 3 was the most interesting part because it is almost like a Shark Tank pitch, where I know Dr. Wook mentioned earlier, whoever I don't want to say won that competition, but it was a $10,000 stipend to that person. And, you know, I want to speak on, I think phase 2 already started. I'm going through my emails. I do apologize. I wish I had it up a little quicker. But when I do get that in, Kevin, I can jump back and
Sure.
talk a little bit more about it. There have been so many emails about it. So let me.
Sure. And Joseph, you had asked if this webinar is being recorded, and it is. So we'll be able to go back and go through any of this. But again, if there are links and things are being dropped in the chat, you're not going to have access to that in a recording, to the best of my knowledge. Zoom's always doing new things, but you know, make sure you're clicking these links, you're copying and pasting them. We want to make sure that you're able to get those things. And I mean, you know, GTS, just Google that S. You know, I mean, like when we say, hey, the Houston PTAC, don't wait for us to respond to an email so that you can find their webpage online. Just Google it, find it. You know, don't wait on somebody else, especially when you're running a business. We can come back. Did Ryan come back in? No, he did not. Okay. I'm looking for other, and that kind of goes back to Joseph, your questions on GSA schedule. I would recommend the PTAC. Vicki, did you have anything on veteran businesses programs?
No, not at this time. I'm putting some information in the chat to follow up on. We do have the small business development at Lone Star College that's run by one of our advisors. So I can put their contact information into our chat to reach out.
Yep, there's I forget his name. I talked to him not long ago.
Miguel.
Yep, great guy. So I mean, again, like there's plenty of opportunities. Like there is not a deficit of people trying to help you. You know, you just got to ask and take the help and, you know, execute. We always just say when I was working in social services, you have to be your best advocate. We can make appointments for you, but I can't make you show up. So, you know, everybody here is willing to bend over. You see all the panelists dropping their information. Some people are dropping their personal cell phone numbers in here. Make sure that you are doing your best and we will help you do better. If I do, I'm not sure how to answer the U.S. Virgin Islands business certification. That is something I would have to look into. If you reach out to me, it's just kevin.doffing@gmail.com. I can try and run that down through the Small Business Development Center. But let me go to a couple of other questions. I did want to kind of, as we're getting into this, you know, what is the timing for each of you panelists? What is the timing right now? If someone applies, can they get into the summer semester still, or are they really talking about the fall? Vicki, we'll start with you.
We're still enrolling for the summer term. Our very first summer term starts June 7th. So we're definitely actively enrolling for the summer and the fall term. So we encourage you to do so.
Awesome.
That's going to be the same for Houston Community College. We do start June 7th, but we are still currently enrolling, and we have, I'm sure like Lone Star, several start dates. So throughout the summer, there are several start dates for different classes that you can go and take. We even have a mini one coming up right now. I believe May 27th is the start date for the mini summer, and starts, so it starts early. So there are definitely plenty of opportunities to do it. And we are also taking fall enrollment as well now.
Okay. Jay?
Same. We may not have as many summer terms as some other institutions, but we are looking early June start dates. Some of the programs are actually starting as soon as May 7th. And the only caution I would advise is, when you're coming to these institutions, regardless of which one you choose, start getting those transcripts in, because that's going to be the major a setback, and you're going to be waiting on those. So regardless of where you want to apply, drop that application and then immediately start requesting those transcripts.
That's a great point. Selena?
So for summer of 2021, you're looking at a May 3rd deadline. So it's coming up really, really quick with your transcripts needing to be in by May 10th. And for fall enrollment, you're looking at a May 31st deadline. So it's coming up pretty quickly. It can be done. It just needs to be done really quick.
Okay. Yeah, I know for Rice, for the graduate programs, they're still open right now. And I mean, some of this stuff has been taking me months just because there's so many, to Jay's point, transcripts, or for the MBA, I'm not taking the GMAT, but I got to take a placement test to get out of that. So I mean, like, start early because it never will go as fast as you think it will, or you hope. Something's going to come up. You have to ask somebody else for some help at a previous school for transcripts or whatever that is. And so get started today if you can. Reach out to these folks and get working on that. All right. And then, what are some of these fast track degrees and programs that each of you offer? And we'll just kind of keep it on the same rotation that we just did. So Vicki, if you don't mind starting us off.
We offer a series of fast track certificates and programs from the HVAC. That's a fast track. And I'm just going back to one of my slides that I said earlier so I don't misquote you on any of those. We have fast track programs. Wow, yeah. In welding, there is also one. There's a plethora of them. So I don't want to not give you enough information, so I can definitely drop the list of fast track certificates that we have. I couldn't possibly name them all as quickly as I would like to, but I can definitely provide a link that would give you to our areas of study, would take you right to our fast track programs. So if you are not familiar with what fast track programs are, basically you finish a program or a certificate within a short period of time, say 6 months, 6-9 month program, and you're out in the workforce quicker than other programs that we offer. That helps.
No, thank you.
Did you guys hear me? Okay, yeah, I was muted for a second.
No, it got a little choppy there, but I think we were able to get it. Jay, you want to go next?
Yeah, for sure. And unfortunately, even though we do offer some associate's degrees, we only have one accelerated program, and it's nowhere in this field. It is the Accelerated Bachelor's of Nursing. It is a one-year program. I'm not going to take too much time talking about it, but if anybody is interested for some reason that is in here, we can have a sidebar and talk that piece. But unfortunately, that's the only one we got.
Okay, Olga.
Yes, so I was going to see if I could share my screen. We do have several fast track programs. This is kind of why I'm right there with you guys. I just kind of pulled it up just on our website here, and you can see it's quite a few really wonderful programs that we offer, and they are exactly what they say: fast track, ready to go. Do it, get it over with quickly, and get working, which is ultimately what everybody's out here to do, is to hurry up and get their life going here. So yes, we do offer several fast track programs, and they are all wonderful and ready and very, very good programs to get started on something that you need to get done quickly.
Okay, and Selena?
We do have some certificate programs, but obviously we focus on the 4-year and graduate school degrees. So I would probably refer you to Lone Star or HCC if there is something specific like welding or truck driving. I think I saw someone wrote that they were looking for that. I would refer you to those campuses.
Yeah, I think the Hazelwood question was posed, does Rice accept Hazelwood? And I don't think that they do, but they do have that yellow ribbon program that Jay had mentioned earlier. So that yellow ribbon is something really special that a lot of the universities offer, but it's up to them on how much tuition they will cover. In the case of when I've had my own personal conversations with Rice, it was basically use your GI Bill and then the yellow ribbon would cover everything else, which is, I mean, the only way I was going to go or even apply to Rice was if they had that, because $120,000 is a lot of money.
Hey, Kevin, does anybody have any questions about what the yellow ribbon is? I know we throw that term around a lot.
Yeah, can you just give an overview of that, Jay? I apologize.
Sure. Absolutely. So the VA does have a fiscal year cap of what they will pay for tuition and fees. And right now that cap is $25,162.14. Now it does change every fiscal year. So trends have shown that it is going up and it will go up for fiscal year 21-22, but we don't know what's going to happen. So where the yellow ribbon program comes in is if you exceed that 25K, which at some institutions you won't, private institutions you will, that's where the yellow ribbon kicks in. So to keep that simple, if your tuition and fees in the spring term ends up being 26K, it is over 1,000 over that 25K limit. What happens is the VA will pay half of that, and then the institution will pay the other half. Now, what happens is, just always do your research and always ask the questions, because some institutions will only have a certain amount of slots for yellow ribbon. Some programs aren't yellow ribbon within the institution. It is by school. For example, our School of Nursing, the whole school, so Bachelor's of Nursing, the Accelerated Bachelor's of Nursing, the Master's of Nursing, that isn't yellow ribbon approved, but all the other programs are. So you can go to the GI Bill comparison tool to kind of see what schools do participate in yellow ribbon. You can ask other institutions, will I even need to use yellow ribbon? Am I even eligible? Because sometimes that's not an issue. So, ask those questions, reach out to all of us, wherever institution you are looking at. And everybody's well-versed in it. And, if sometimes you don't use it, it's not going to be an issue. So ask the questions, really ask.
No, that's great, Jay. I appreciate that. Does anybody have any further thoughts on yellow ribbon and programs like that they'd like to share from the panel? Okay. Well, we've gone through all the questions that we have here. I would like to just open it up and give kind of a couple last minutes for every panelist. If there's anything that we missed, something you heard that you want to touch back on, or something you just want to really emphasize with everyone, kind of give us your closing thoughts. Jay, while you're on screen, why don't we go ahead and start with you?
Yeah, absolutely. And, as I mentioned earlier, you have a wealth of knowledge here on this panel. Everyone has been in veteran services in one way or another. So definitely reach out to any one of us or all of us and ask those questions and really look at the program that you want to do. Ultimately, we're all in here to help you. This isn't a competition. Who's going to get more veterans and enrollment? Some people are outside of veteran services are worried about that stuff, but here in this panel, we are not. We're just here to educate you to make the best decision for you. And sometimes, one institution may be better for you, one may not. In my prior experience, 12 years after the military, I needed to go to a community college to really, get my mind right and learn how to be a student again. So you may fall in that category. When you're done with that 2-year institution, you can move on to a 4-year, whether it be, any institution in Houston, U of H, UST, any of the UH systems. Don't leave these benefits on the table. We worked hard for them. Some of us bled for them, so use them up and ask us how to use them, ask them what's best for you. The Hazelwood is a great opportunity once you exhaust that GI Bill. There's a lot of information here, so that's all I want to stress is ask the question, reach out to us, and really learn and decide what's best for you.
Thank you, Jay. Vicki, you want to go next? You're on mute.
I want to follow up with Jay and just kind of say we're definitely not in competition. We're here to service our military affiliated students and veterans. So with that being stated, I want to encourage you to take the next step. Don't let this panel that we're providing this information be your end all be all. We've left a lot of contact information, follow up to the next steps. If you're not interested in the program in the summer, just get the information and prepare yourself for the fall. Let that be your stepping stone to get started. I think it's always important that we leave next steps, follow up. In my presentation, we left our numbers. I think I put my number in the chat so that we can provide you with the information that you need to be successful. And as Jay, I want to reiterate what he said. Don't leave your benefits on the table. You've earned them. They're yours. Or, make sure that you do transition them on if it's applicable to a family member. We're here to service you. We offer many resources. One of the things that I didn't get to touch on, and I'm probably going to get cut off too, is our Metallica scholarship that we offer our specifically students that are in the workforce. Not everyone wants a certificate. Not everyone wants a bachelor's degree, even though we do offer them here at Lone Star. We have individuals that want to go straight to the workforce. So we offer that Metallica scholarship as well. And we have a specific scholarship for veterans that are interested in OTS, that's Office of Technology. So any technology field, if you've utilized all of your benefits and you're still looking for funding. And we also encourage you to fill out the free application for federal student aid. And I'm sorry, but I have to say this, we missed the gap on that. I used to work in financial aid and it used to be counted as a resource for veterans when they were filling out the free application for federal student aid, but your veteran benefits are no longer considered an asset. So we encourage you as part of the process to enroll, to get started, is to complete your free application for federal student aid. So I hope this isn't the end of our contact and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Olga, you want to go next?
Yes, so again, it was a pleasure to be here. I know I could offer a lot more information. I just kind of spacey today. I'm so sorry. Last minute, I was filling in for a coworker. And but Jay, Vicki, everybody, we're all in it together. We're all in it to make sure that you guys get what you need and help you figure out how to best utilize all your resources and find you the help that you need. Get your needs filled and get you to school. We are a college like Lone Star. We're a springboard for you guys to go to your 4 years, or maybe this is it. Maybe this is where you need to be, your certification, you're ready to work, do it, take advantage of it. I know that when you guys were in the service, or if you're a family member, if you're affiliated, then the people that did this for you, that gave you the opportunity. Don't waste it. Don't leave it sitting there. It's there for you or your family. Use it and let us help you take advantage of it. Any one of our institutions are more than glad to help you, because at the end of the day, it's about the veteran. It's about the affiliated. That's why we're here. That's why we're here today on a Saturday.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That is a really good point. I appreciate everybody making their time today for this. Of all the panelists, I appreciate all the veterans tuning in. I do want to give Selena her time. And again, I can't reiterate that enough. I really do appreciate everyone making a time for this. Are you on mute?
Okay. Sorry.
There we go.
I'll just echo what everyone else said. I think a lot of great points made. We're all here to help you. Please reach out to us if we can do anything for you. We're happy to help. If you need something specific, and like I said, I think all of us are focused on making sure that you're successful and getting you in touch with the resources that you need. So please do not hesitate to call us. We're here to help. That's all I'll say. Thank you and have a good afternoon.
Thanks. Yeah, and as we wrap up, again, you know, when I left the military, I made the mistake of having the attitude of, do you know who I am? And nobody really cares. It's more about what are you going to do, whether that's a job, whether that's a business, whether that's, you know, your professors, you know, but take advantage of what everybody here is offering. Houston is one of the best communities for the veteran community in the entire country. So there is no excuse, if you're listening to this today, to fall between the cracks when so many resources are laying themselves at your feet. Okay. So, you know, just make sure that you take advantage of what's out there. Rice is another great opportunity. I think that, you know, even if you don't get into these universities, these Student Veterans of America programs, the Veterans in Business Association, there's so many great programs. Nobody's going to shun you or turn you away because you don't pay the tuition. There are groups and activities that will welcome you in if you want to learn more about them. So make sure that you take that time, take that effort, get to know the folks, network if you go to school full time, because when you get out, you're going to need that network to find your next opportunity. And that's where things are going to come from. So with that being said, that's everything that I had. Jim, I appreciate you staying with us. What are your closing thoughts for today?
Well, everyone's always, let me unmute. Yes, everyone's always entitled to seek a mentor through the SCORE organization. We don't have a formal education program like you've heard here today, but we can certainly refer you to one of the institutions that you've heard here today if you want education. And if you simply want to pick up some tips on accounting or any of the other areas of business, we have webinars all the time, and we put on a special seminar once a month. That's 7 chapters. It covers the entire part of how to start, grow, and run your business from beginning to end, and it's free to veterans. Everyone else has to pay a little, but for veterans, it's free. I also want to point out that on May 7th, we have another session that's not educational institutions for veterans, but other non-education institutions like SCORE and SBA and others. And they have different programs that help the veterans. So I'm just putting a word out for May 7th, and you'll see the announcements come from us and from other organizations to join in. So with that, that's all I have to say and add right here.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody coming out today. I'm just making sure Ryan did not come back in. Jim, do you know what organization Ryan represented?
Yeah, he's actually our director of admissions at UST.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't know if he was a financial sponsor outside of the university.
He looks the part.
Okay. Well, we appreciate the University of St. Thomas. You know, we appreciate everybody taking the time. And again, this will be this has been recorded. It will come out online. So if there's something you want to rewatch or you just want to share with a friend, feel free to do so. So thank you so much for your time today and enjoy your weekend. Goodbye.